Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Caribbean Crypto Tips. Now today's video is just a follow-up to one of my earlier videos where I showed you guys how to stake your USDT on the Waves platform. Now if you haven't watched that previous video, I would encourage you to do so. Basically, I was showing my viewers back then how they can earn interest on their cryptocurrency holdings by lending their cryptocurrency out on a decentralized platform, which of course is in contrast to using centralized solutions such as BlockFi or Celsius. Now the way it is done on Waves is even different to how it is done on other decentralized lending platforms like Compound and Aave. I honestly find it more intuitive and easy to do on the Waves platform. Now the first thing we're going to do is of course log in, but let's make a note of all of the changes to the platform since the last video. Now once I click log in, you'll see that there are now 3 ways that you can log in, either by email, by your Ledger hardware device, or by using your password, seed phrase, or private key. They've also added a frequently asked section to the login screen. Now I'm going to enter my password and continue. And once again you're greeted with the Waves interface. Now if I go to the top of the window, you can see that there are a number of tabs. You can buy crypto, trade, and you can trade by spot, swap, or leverage. There's also now an investments tab where you can see all of the new investments that you can do on the platform itself. As you can see, they've recently added staking for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC, but of course we're here to talk about my USDT staking rewards. Now in my previous video, you would have seen me stake 153 USDT to the platform to start off with, and that was on the 3rd of January 2021. But since then, I would have added more funds to the platform in the first week of January until I reached a total of 1000 USDT locked into the platform. But you can see here that once I unstake from the platform, I'm going to receive 1107 USDT. Therefore, I would have earned an interest of $107 US. Going down here, you can see all the amounts that I would have entered into the platform to be staked. And if we go over to the left, you will see the section where you go to unstake your tokens. To do that, you must remember that there is a 2-week wait period. You click unstake your USDT and a pop-up window should appear. Now I'm going to click the maximum amount. I'm going to read what they say. And once I'm done doing that, I'm going to click agree and unstake my USDT. Now this initial unstaking transaction should take a few seconds to be broadcasted on the network. The Waves blockchain is a relatively fast blockchain, and here you can see it appear on the bottom right under my transactions, down to the weeks, days, hours, and minutes for when it will be unstaked. Now before I pause the video and come back in 2 weeks time, I just want to point out the fact that the annual interest rate did fluctuate daily, as someone had asked that question in the comment section of my previous video. And all that's left to do now is to wait. And just like that, 2 weeks have magically passed and my USDT should now be able to be fully unstaked. So I go over here to click get my USDT. Once I click it, a pop-up window should appear. I click get USDT again. It should cost me 0.05 waves, and that's it. Transaction is completed. And if you look here to the right, you will see the transaction on the top of the transactions section. All that's left now is to go back to the dashboard. And as you can see, the USDT is here in my main wallet to be withdrawn if I want to. So that basically brings me to the end of the tutorial. But the Waves platform is an ever-evolving, ever-changing platform, and within that 2 weeks time, they would have added a new investment vehicle called Algorithmic trading. Now I do not know anything about it. All I can do is click on it and do a little research for you, and possibly I will come back in a future video explaining more about it. But I'm just going to let you have a look and see what it is all about. Now it seems relatively similar to the last one, but they are probably using a different mechanism to generate interest. But what's most appealing, of course, is that high APY of 103%. Of course, that will fluctuate as well. But let us move on to some of the other features of the Waves platform. Most notably the fact that you can buy cryptocurrencies directly off of this platform with a credit or debit card. In particular, you're going to be buying their stable coin called USDN, and they're using a third-party service to do this, so you will have to sign up to that third party. And similarly, you can also buy Bitcoin using that same third party as well. Finally, they have an OTC service, which I've never used before, but it might be a good way for you to enter into the platform. Now, the last and most important feature of the Waves decentralized platform is the fact that you can create your own asset directly on the platform itself. Now, do that by clicking Create Token. And once you do that, you have a very simple interface where you can enter the name of the token, a description of it, how many decimal places it should have, if it's going to be a smart asset or not, and once you pay a fee of 1 Waves, you can create your own token which you can send to others and even trade directly on the exchange itself. Now, I'm not sponsored by Waves in any way, but I must say that this platform is an all-in-one platform and one of the easiest platforms that you can use to create your own digital asset. Now, some of you may be wondering, why did I decide to lock up $1,000 worth of USDT during a bull market? Well, to be honest, those were some early profits that I took out in the beginning of the year. And I probably would have been better off if I had actually reinvested this capital into other projects during this bull market that would have yielded me much better returns. Hashtag Dogecoin. But hindsight is 2020. Now, I decided to unstake my tokens early so that you guys could see the complete process. But there's also another reason. For those of you who are living in the Caribbean, you would have heard of the recent volcanic activity on the island of St. Vincent. You would have heard that the last Lacerfere volcano had erupted, and now it has pretty much devastated half of the island. Now, some of these funds that you see here will go toward donations to help the citizens of the island, as well as those people of Barbados who have also been affected by the ash fall. I would encourage you to seek out to donate to help out our Caribbean neighbors. Now, since this is a cryptocurrency channel, I'm going to make a special appeal to my network and to my viewers. Anyone watching this video, I'm going to post some special links in the description below that are cryptocurrency addresses that you can send your donations to help our Caribbean brothers and sisters. Now, I just want to reiterate that these addresses are not owned nor controlled by me, but they were sent by a trusted third party who has agreed to send all proceeds to the cause. And this can be a good way that the world can see that cryptocurrencies can be used as a force for good to send fast, reliable, secure payments to help people in need. This is Kevin, and I thank you for watching today's video.